everybody, I am Sacred and thank you for joining me. Всем привет, дорогие друзья. Меня зовут Sacred и давайте играет Hearts of Iron 4. Herzlich willkommen, meine Damen und Herren, meine Freunde, zu unserem Let's Play von Hearts of Iron 4. Welcome everybody. Well, first off, I need to apologize myself because, well, I am ill. I'm also may sound ill and I might sneeze sometimes, but of course you won't get to hear it. I'll mute myself always, or maybe even cut it out, depending on the situation. Nevertheless, let's jump straight into our game, where we are in the German Empire. What I have done is, in a different save game, I went into France, and well, you know, they created their own faction. Well, I disbanded that faction because they wouldn't join my wars. No, well, you know, I mean, we conquered France, look at that, so they are a puppet of us. So therefore, what I'll do is I will just invite them to our faction here. And look, I'm not so cruel. Well, I'm letting the French, well, build up here. Build up their economy and army. The Kingdom of France has accepted the offer to join our faction. We stand together. Okay, we are nearing ourselves to Moscow. We are nearing ourselves to Moscow. Our mobile division has the main task. Actually, let me change the front line of the mobile division, since it's only, well, it should only push to Moscow straight away. Yeah, that's your goal, to push to Moscow. Let's call that Mobile Armee. Erste Schockarmee. Erste Schockarmee. So first shock army. Let's say Erste Armeegruppe Ost. Army Group East. France, you can keep your 3 tiny divisions for your self-defense. Thanks. Okay, let's click that away. A war goal available against the Netherlands, but we know I'm not really, well, hot on going to war against them. The only threat, well, I don't think the Commonwealth will declare war on us. They are currently fortifying the Empire. Where is the fortifying of the Empire? Well, they will most likely go for a war with Germany at one point. Yeah, probably. Well, I guess Italy wouldn't join that faction at all, because they are fascists. I would be rather surprised. The schools. Vittoria Muritatatia, okay, Victor Emmanuel. Not interesting. The Civil War is clearly being won by the communist forces in Spain. And the Soviet Union just is losing strongly. And what, we did capture Moscow? We did capture Moscow, but we didn't get the events here. The fall of Moscow. At dawn today, German panzers smashed through hastily erected barriers on the streets of Moscow, and half trucks were seen unloading panzer grenadiers on the Red Square. Thick, billowing smoke from the many fires raging in the suburbs could be seen rising into the air as German infantry stormed the Kremlin. Grenades and flamethrowers were reportedly needed to fight stubborn NKVD, which means Народный комиссариат внутренних дел, holdouts, intent on defending every inch of the complex. The Russian capital is now in German hands, but has been left a burning ruin. Unconfirmed reports indicate Lenin's important corps was safely evacuated east. That's good for the dead Lenin, I think, but I guess the Soviets won't care about Lenin. Well, maybe they do, but they have more things to care of, I think. Okay, my plans are all active in areas where I need them. I don't know why plans are active here, to be honest. 12 plans, okay, probably the Polish ones. Am I building? Oh yeah, I want to build here. I really don't care about the industry. I will just build civilian factories here. I mean, I don't care, of course I care about the industry, but I don't care about the infrastructure. Therefore, I will just, well, skip it. Well, because the Soviets have such a high national unity, that's a problem. You need to capture probably even Vladivostok here. Vladivostok. And the Manchurian Empire, they don't want to join our faction. Look, we are even guaranteeing them that they are not joining our bloody faction. That's not really kind from you. Not at all. Probably the US has expeditionary forces. Well, are we fighting the Americans as well? We aren't. Well, the Americans could maybe send some units to help the Soviets, isn't it? Well, but they are, of course, not. Well, should we colonize Crimea? Like Ukraine? Ukraine is in us already. Of Crimea. Okay, Denmark, yeah, I think, study our doctrines. Of Africa, I'm gonna go for the first colonization of Crimea. Definitely. But the Central Powers are quite, well, strong, I'd say. The Soviets are really pushing, well, they put into one province, but the Finns are really determined to fight back. Okay, maybe the Soviets, they have a defense of 500. How? It's really high. Why do they have be able all the defense against us? Because our army is just crushing their defense. They are not able to hold on their defense. It's a problem. Yeah, I think I have some troops available here, which I'm not using. Well, actually one. Yay. Send you there. In Ukraine, give me the lands. Here, Rostov. I want to get the border provinces. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna give just everything anyways. They can keep Majur. Yeah, they've given most things. Well, we really don't have many factories. I don't know where the industrial bases of the Soviets are. And we are closing ourselves into Leningrad. Our infantry division is crushing their Motostrakovaya division. Yeah, it's crushing. It is simply great. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, okay. Well, let's check the industry of the Duchy of Livonia. They have no ground forces, which is not really that strong. The Kingdom of Poland is a rather messy country. Really, we control Warsaw? Why do we control Warsaw? Can I give it back to Poland? Maybe I really. Well, I mean, they can use Warsaw perhaps better than I can. The Poles have a claim on these 3 territories. Power to the monarch. Vladislav I. He's a German puppet. Let's see, go here, manage occupied territories. We can return the Warsaw-Kielce block. Courland, okay, don't wanna release, don't wanna Southwest Africa. It's the African Republic. Italia. Well, what do you guys think about returning these territories to Poland? I mean, they have 2 civilian and 5, 6, 7 military factories in total. I don't know, I'll just keep them here. The Poles have some good territory. I'm gonna give them Minsk and Vitebsk as a compensation here. Restore give control of states. Minsk and Vitebsk. Yeah, I'm so kind. Look, I just gave them some provinces. Yeah, some more should be fair, shouldn't it? Yeah, really. The capital is Brest-Litovsk. I mean, the Kingdom of Poland is even not properly inhabited by Poles. So that's rather funny, but maybe sad on one point as well. Yeah. The Kingdom of Romania. Well, the next campaign, I don't know, after the Soviet Union, well, we need to finish off the American communists here. They're only expanding the industry massively, which is not good. Yeah, marquee, only 12%. Come on, go higher, 11%. That's not that really nice, but let's speed up by 1 speed maybe. And let's see Stalingrad. When we are short of capturing Stalingrad as well. Look to that. Stalingrad, come on, troops, go, capture Stalingrad. Stalingrad is only being held by 2 old digits, so the Soviet army is really shattered and not able to defend their territory, unfortunately. And we got Stalingrad, which is simply great. Let me deny that call on Skype. And yeah, they reinforced Stalingrad. Well, at least they are trying something to keep Stalingrad in their grasp. At least here, let's see. After the capture of Leningrad and Stalingrad, the Soviets, yeah, the Soviets, completely the Soviets, should lose quite a bit of national unity. We did capture Stalingrad. Will we get the event? Perhaps maybe on next day. Yeah. The fall of Stalingrad. Stalingrad. Advancing German spearheads have seized Stalingrad, Stalin's namesake city on the banks of the Volga. After fighting their way through the ruined Stalingrad, take the factory, the Stalingrad Traktornya Zavoda, I think. Stalingrad Traktornya Zavoda on Russian. The enemy struck the factory, and seizing the strategically vital Mamayev-Kurgan Heights, the Germans have forced the last Soviet defenders across the Volga to its eastern shore. According to unconfirmed reports, holdouts from the Red Army fighting together with partisans have retreated into sewers and basements to continue their struggle. No significant organized resistance is believed to remain, however. Another victory for the fatherlands, or the fatherlands. They still have a good control of their points. Where's the capital? No, perhaps Leningrad. Leningrad. You will capture. Why are the Finns not pushing? I don't know why the Finns are so not active. They are really passive in the war. Yeah, the capture of Leningrad. Well, but the Finns got the territory. Why? Yeah, that's my territory, Finland. Leningrad refused. The fall of Leningrad. Leningrad, the former capital of the Russian Empire, has been occupied by Finnish forces. Well, by our forces, that's very weird, but okay. By Finnish forces. With a population of over 3 million, the city has nearly as many inhabitants as all of Finland, and this fact has evidently not deterred the Finnish attackers. There is some debate as to whether the city should be integrated into Greater Finland, since immigrant Finns make up a considerable minority in the regions outside the city. This, of course, assumes that the Red Army is unable to retake the city in a counter-offensive. A significant redevelopment. Well, I guess all the Finns can have the province. Yeah. Let's check their war. They wanna give us 21 divisions to help us out. Well, I'm gonna accept that. Yep. I'm not gonna include them into my line of order. No, I'm gonna make a separate line of order for the Ostfront. Give them a war skilled general like Heinz Guderian. Assign them to the Soviet-Finnish frontier like that. Give them the order to make a massive push for the Soviet peninsulas. That's their goal, Heinz Guderian. Massive, aggressive push. While it's simply, well, green in that area. Yep. Let's check. The Soviets are only 70%. They are really stubborn, the Soviets. That needs to be said. They are really determined to fight until the last man, which I respect. Yeah, look. We need to capture Vladivostok. They still have 68 up to 147 divisions, and well, 15 to 17 military factories, which are not really that much compared to us. But we need to make a grinding battle to knock off the Soviet resistance, that's for sure. Yeah. So that's determined to fight and not to give up, how it seems like. Therefore, we need a strong, lasting battle to defeat the Soviets. That's for sure. Let's see, can we modify our division? Let's see, we can give them a rigging company as well as a logistics company. Let's give them also one more line of artillery. But we should need massive artillery now. Yeah, actually we don't, but we need motorized and sport equipment. Lots of motorized as well. So what can I have a surplus of nothing? Well, yeah, That is one more evidence that we need a strong military. Well, at this stage we only have 1.6 million troops. Of course, lots of troops from our allies, but that doesn't change the fact that we have only 1.6 million troops. Which is really, really not much. Well, let's Krakow Polish. Sevastopol. Well, what would be good is if I could like dismantle the factories and take them away to a other province, but that's not even possible. Sevastopol. We are doing the colonization of Crimea is taking some time. Let's we maybe need manpower. We have only limited our wait until we really need it. Yeah, we don't need it right now. And our core population has grown by 80 million. Well, we are gaining 500,000 civilians per month, which is really nice. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Damn, I'm really ill. I shouldn't go to the gym today. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm ill, if you wanna know, is well, we'll look to that. No, that's wrong what I'm doing. Oh, the reason why I'm ill is I went to the gym, then I was trying out, of course, that's normal. Then I was sweating all the stuff, then I used my bicycle to get home. Well, being sweaty and using the bicycle isn't a good idea, so don't do that. I wouldn't suggest it to you. Yeah. Afterwards, as well, I took a shower and then I didn't take the precautions and I got bloody ill, which is horrible. Yeah, so yeah, being ill, well, lowers your ability to work out. Firstly, lowers your, well, mental health, not mental health, but your health in general, for a brief time, so it's temporary, don't worry. Well, let's, yeah, tell them a easy battle line here. Firstly, well, I need to get the Vladivostok anyway, so just grind through the country, isn't it? First battle line, second battle line, third battle line, fourth battle line, and the sixth battle line will be into the Mongolian area. Sixth battle line. After that, a break out to the 7th battle line, and the 8th battle line, and let's finish that with a final push to Vladivostok. Okay, I'll execute. Yeah, they should all push. They aren't. Look, they have the opportunity to. Why? Just push, come on. Yeah, well, it should be green on this area as well. Okay, I guess I'll just leave it like that. I could divide it, of course, into more sub-divisions, but that's no needs. I'm pushing really aggressively already. Wow, look, Morgan 24%, that's surprising, as well as here 22%. If they get more kissed, we have first a springboard to invade the USA. A little bit of troops, although not much. Well, before 1940 October, I don't think we'll manage it. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so, we can. Well, I'm sure we can. The question is when we can, at this point. And look, simply, well, green everywhere. Let's push the Soviets here into the peninsula, cut them off then, or on the peninsula, then use these forces for our mighty conquest into the Soviet Union. First colonization of Crimea is done. Let's go for the second colonization of Crimea. Actually, well, I could befriend Kuban, but I don't. Let's befriend Kuban. Belgium, well, keep that. They have 7 to 13 divisions, which isn't really threatening. They are, well, having made of the bulk there. So what I can do is use these 20 divisions here, which are idle, create a division here, call it Caucasian Front for Caucasian Front, Caucasian Front, like that. Give them a good general, let's give them Kurt Student. Well, student, well, it's same on English, it means student. Well, that's a nice name, quite funny. Tell them just to make a push. Yeah, I just want them to push into their capture points. So the Krasnodar, like that, then into this territory. Okay. Don't need anything else. Because then they will capitulate already, that's the thing. Well, why do you offer me bloody one division? The front line is really overextended here, which is not good for us, but, well... Here, do I need to tell them on their own to push? Yeah, it's enough. I will split up the front into a... Let's pause the game for a bit. I will split up the front here. How many troops are here? Divisions? 112. Well, our main bulk is there, which I don't like. I'll do it the other way. I'll here cut them direct through half. Give them Günther von Klüge. Here. Hier zweite Ostarmee. Not like that here. I'll name it Armee Ost. Armee East. Ost, and that will be called Armeegruppe Ost-Nord. Nordost, so let's call it Ost-Nord, because why not? Let's first cancel every order, then assign them to the half of the front, half strength of the front, and tell them to push like that. Yep, for now. These lads will go to this area, which is really overextended, but okay. This area, and push, well, not just capture the provinces here, create a straight line that we have, so the, okay. Now we might lose a little bit of provinces, but it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Look to the Austrians. Well, why did they get democratic? They could have been such a worthy ally, but no, they are just a threat to us. A threat which we need to eliminate. Oh, let's not forget the research here. Let's get mechanized offensive tanks and armor rates breakthrough. Okay. I have 500 army experience. For what can we use it? Well, we can only create and modify templates. So army experience is really useless after one point. It's insanely useless after one point, to be honest. Insanely. I'm gonna train more units. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need lots of stuff. Well, I can give my units perhaps even one more line of artillery. No, I can't. I'm gonna remove it. Okay, yeah, it's a minus already. The Poles are losing some troops. Let's see. Well, I can give the Poles more lands because I can't, well, use it properly here. I'm gonna give them, well, there are no factories anyway, so I'm gonna give them Gamiel, Bryansk, Raslavl, I think it's Smolensk. I'll give them Smolensk, Nevel. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna give them Smolensk because there are some factories. I'm gonna give them Nevel. Well, I can't use it anyway, so I'll just keep it, fine. I'll just keep it whatsoever. What I need though, well, I'll create here some guards. The Vesta. Vesta. How can we create again? Create empty. Before we do that, I will take a cut here. So, thank you for watching. I'm Sacred, and I'm out. I really hope you love this episode or you like it, because, well, we're having great success. Look how we're pushing the Soviet Union. And look to the losses comparison. Our KD is 1 to 10, kill death ratio is 1 to 10. Well, I'm Sacred, and I'm out. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you.